Hi, I'm Megan from Golden Spiral Tarot, and for this video, I'm going to do an unboxing, which is probably every millennial's rite of passage, right? I'm an older millennial, so I was born in 1990, so some of these things are a little foreign to me, so we'll see how it goes. Also, if you haven't watched my last video, which was days 8 through 14 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot, I mentioned that I'm a little sick still, and that's why I'm in my jammies, and I hope you don't mind, and I hope you don't mind the terrible lighting, but I thought I'd press forward since I'm finally feeling good enough to be off the couch and have some energy, because I know I might not later once the work week starts again and all the craziness. So that's my disclaimer, just so you know. Yeah, so let's get going. So unboxing. So this is the Mary L. Tarot. I've heard so much about this deck, and I was scrolling through my Instagram and I saw a card from the deck, and after the insane week I had lying on the couch for 3 days in a row, going to the doctor twice, I did a little retail therapy and got this deck. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing this unboxing video correctly. I'm just going to do what unboxing videos, what that sounds like, and unbox it. So, okay, I'm opening it. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so this is in a lovely box. Now, I actually picked this up. If you are local to my area, Salt Lake City, we have this lovely little locally owned store in Sugar House called Elemental Inspirations, and if you love tarot, that's where you need to go for your decks, because they have the best selection I have been able to find nearby. So that's where I got this, just to give them credit, because this would be so hard for me to pick up, and if I can shop locally, I like to do that. So that was great. Elemental Inspirations. Okay, so it's a beautiful box. Okay, so it comes with the guidebook, Landscapes of the Abyss. Very nice. It's a very heavy, let's look at that for a second, hefty little guidebook here. So this will be fun to pour through. The pictures are all in black and white for each card. Let me scooch back. I'm always having trouble framing myself. I'm a theater person. I'm not a film person, as you can tell. But it looks like it has a lot of, there's poems in here. They have the traditional divatory meanings. It looks like they have just huge sections on each card, so that will be really fun. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this looks really interesting. I love when I get a new deck when the artist has taken the time to discuss their specific interpretive choices. So that's always really interesting to me. And sometimes I'll have a different view on things, but it still is really cool to get their thoughts and what they were thinking. I found that really interesting. Okay, so let's pull out these cards here. Ooh, these are big cards. It's always kind of a struggle because I have like child-sized hands. These are big. Okay. Nice card stock though. Ooh, I like it. That's nice. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of flip through these and kind of show them to you as I come to them. Looks like, it's organized by, that's good. It's organized just by the majors, and then it looks like it gets into the minors, which is nice. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of overwhelmed right now. Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay, so, Fool. I really like the choice of butterflies here, kind of like a symbol of change and rebirth, and it's a really interesting choice of nudity as well, kind of that vulnerability that we all are when we're about to embark on something new or take a leap. Sorry, I'm going to be sniffling. I apologize if that is going to bug you, you can turn it off. I won't be offended. So, yeah. Some dragons. Ooh, I'm so excited to read the artist's insights that she has, her descriptions of her cards, because this is insane. This is gorgeous. Ooh, magician. Look at that. It's like maybe some sacred geometry there. I almost thought he was the hermit for a second. It's kind of cloaked. It's almost like kind of the possibilities of who you can become, right? You have all these things at your disposal, all these resources, all this potential, but the cloaked figure, that's not someone you can see. You don't know who that will be. There's just too much. It's a tabula rasa. Huh. Sorry, the light is kind of, these cards are very shiny. That is one thing that is tricky for me, since my main social media platform for tarot is Instagram. Ooh, High Priestess. Ooh, sorry, I got distracted again. When the cards are not really matte, the covers, or their finishing isn't really matte, because then it's really kind of hard to figure out how to photograph nicely without having this reflection and to show you. So I gotta play around with all this lighting stuff. I'm such a newbie on all of this. Okay, so this is super, it's just surrealist and weird and cool and intense. Oh, so intense. I think it has the same sort of intensity that Thoth Tarot does as well. Like, it's hardcore. This deck is intense. You know your readings are gonna hit you. They're gonna hit you hard. Okay, so she's pregnant. The High Priestess is pregnant, and she has, oh, interesting. Huh. And again, no face as well. So I wonder, before I do any research and read the guidebook, maybe it's kind of our own ourselves, that our faces can be found kind of within hers. Yeah, these are gorgeous. Empress. Little baby on her back, collecting apples or maybe peaches. I'm just gonna flip through these. Hierophant. Interesting. Oh, so just, I love, yeah, again, like heavy in its kind of surrealism and kind of bizarre imagery. And I don't mean those in a pejorative way at all. It's just unexpected. And I think a deck that has this sort of imagery, your reactions are a lot more visceral. So again, I feel like this is going to be a really intense deck. Man, okay, I'm just going to, okay, I think I'm just going to kind of flip through some of these real quick. Hermit, what? I think this is my favorite interpretation of the Hermit so far. It's the waves, oh, look at that. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, again, lots of interesting. Oh, okay, so strength is interesting. Huh. Okay, so this is really interesting. Kind of the rosary, the prayer, I really am excited to look through the Mary L. Tarot's guidebook, because I just want to have some insights. I mean, you can come up with, tarot works on your individual interpretation, but just kind of get a sense of what the artist was kind of thinking when she created this card. Interesting. Huh, okay. So I'm again gonna keep flipping through this. Oh, the Hanged Man kind of reminds me of my, hopefully I'm saying it right, Japardise Tarot. It's a French artist. She's a surrealist painter. And her Hanged Man has a very similar, let me show you again, kind of watery feel. She actually calls, in the Japardise Tarot, calls the Hanged Man the Drowned. which is really interesting. So this kind of has that same really kind of watery elemental feel as well, which is fascinating. Okay. Oh, Temperance. Okay, so I'm, you really got it. Some of these, Tower again. It's so visceral. Like, look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. And it's such like powerful imagery. Like, this is insane. Yeah. Ooh, we got some kind of Mayan themes going in here. Judgment. Ooh, is this looks like a phoenix to me, kind of rising from the ashes. Okay, this is gonna be fun deck. Oh, the World. Really interesting use of nudity in this deck. Like, it's very, again, it's visual. It sparks a reaction, and at the same time, it's very vulnerable. I think nudity in art is I think, like tarot, it gets to these depths. It gets to your vulnerabilities, right? It kind of lays you bare. It's a mirror, right? So I think having that reflected in the nudity of this deck is really interesting. Okay, so I'm getting into, I don't know if I'm doing this unboxing video correctly, but I'm just going to move forward. And also we also have the interesting use of intersex people as well, which you normally don't see represented in a deck at all, with the aces. Oh, yeah, interesting. God. Man, this is going to be a powerful deck. I am disliking the borders, however. That's always this black border. You just want to have the art just front and center. And especially since it's a bigger deck, I wouldn't mind it being a little smaller, but I don't know. I feel like, I know some people trim their decks, but I just feel like if not all cards lined up perfectly, if I didn't trim them correctly, I'm too much of a perfectionist, and I just feel terrible if I ruin them. I'd feel like I ruined them, even though I probably wouldn't. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of just shuffle these, and anything that's, I mean, these are all coming out and just, standing out to me. These are, 3 discs. Oh my god. Look at that. Okay, this is a great buy. I'm really excited to work with this deck. 5 wands. God. Again. Just so, I wish the reflection wasn't so difficult, sorry. Okay, so this is great. This is beautiful. 5 of Swords. Oh my goodness. And it's interesting how it's laid out, because it has all the 6 of Cups, or the 6s together, 6 of Cups, Wands, Pentacles, and so on, 7s all together. That's kind of interesting to kind of see them laid out. I've been kind of comparing them lately on my Instagram with the Dark Days Tarot. So it's kind of interesting to see them laid out like this here. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Okay, well, I'm sniffling probably to what's going to be a gross amount soon. So I'm going to end it there, but this is a gorgeous deck. I'm really happy with it. Very interesting lion motif that's repeating itself throughout this deck. That's very fun. And the colors, the colors. Again, lions. Okay, well, I'm so excited. I'll have to do, okay, so this is the one I'm going to end on. This was the card that I saw on Instagram, and I knew I needed to own this deck. I needed to have these pieces of art in my life. This one. Oh, I wish, the glare is so bad. You're gonna have to look these up. I'm sorry. Gosh. How? I think this card I originally thought was Strength, but it's the 9 of Wands. Isn't that cool? Huh. So cool. Okay, well, I'll end there. That is my first unboxing video. I don't know if I did it right. What are you supposed to do? Just take things out and look at them and freak out. So hopefully I did that correctly. Yeah, so I'll end there. Thank you for watching my video. Yeah, check out this deck if you don't have it. I'll have to do some readings with it and do a review later on. But right now, I'm over the moon. It was such a good purchase. It was worth every penny. Whew. I have a feeling this deck is going to give some intense readings. Whew. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop there. I hope you have a lovely day. Yeah, oh, you can follow me on Instagram at Golden Spiral Tarot. I am currently offering readings on my Etsy store, Golden Spiral Tarot. I'll put a link down below in the description. Yeah, and I'll end there. You have a lovely, lovely whatever day of the week it is when you see this, and I'll talk to you later.